everything that's new that drops on the streamers like Netflix and Hulu, I feel like we all hop on. But
Mm.
last night was classic, like tuning into a network television show that's playing at the same time. And I'm talking about Disney's epic family sing-along on ABC. It brought me so much damn joy, Ash, watching that. And it was star-studded. Did you catch any of it?
I watched the whole thing because it reminded me of, did you watch those Disney sing-alongs when you were a kid?
Yes.
With the same little like bouncy little Mickey. I just felt like a little kid watching it. I was literally like bouncing up and down like a baby watching it earlier.
Oh, man. I wish I had my shirt. I'm not gonna lie. I like nerded out. I wore like a Mickey shirt. Like I literally dressed up for this event.
It was really good. And like, I expected like a bunch of celebrities to be like holding a phone up to their face and just like that be the extent of it. It was like a production.
You know what? We'll get to the highly produced songs that and performances from this special, but we got to talk about Beyonce, who did film on her phone.
Okay, she can do whatever she wants. She gets a pass. I don't care. Like,
oh my God, I was like, I don't know what you're using, Zoom, Snapchat filter, but this deserves.
Zac Efron does, and I still would have loved it.
Upon a star as dreamers do.
I agree. And in true B fashion, it was a complete surprise that she was even performing on this special. She was not promoted. It was not publicized, but she popped up to sing Wish Upon a Star before she like delivered. Actually, she bookended the performance like this like really touching and special message to us. I was like, Mama is feeding the kids.
Who sings that song? Jiminy Cricket. And what did Beyonce do? Give us some Jiminy Cricket-esque messaging.
She floated down into like her home and just shot this on her phone, and it was truly amazing. It actually was really, really beautiful. She looked stunning. I'm like, who's doing your makeup, girl? I actually think Beyonce's a makeup girl. I think she can do her own.
I was wondering this about a lot of people because Ariana Grande looked like she does on a carpet or like in her concerts, and I was like, was she like FaceTiming someone and being like, what exactly do I do? Does she do it on her own? I don't know. I respect anyone that can put on a lash during this because that is not me.
Did I not, when we signed on to this, didn't I say, you can tell I did my own makeup today. And so did Ryan Seacrest, who was hosting that special last night. I was like, someone get him a blotting paper. Okay, all tea, no shade. But Ariana Grande, she nailed her cover of Won't Say I'm in Love from Hercules. She even played all of the muses.
Yes. It was so good. She ate that performance. And also that song kind of goes on under the radar. I don't think it's like regarded as one of like the main Disney princess songs. So just if you watch that side by side, you must go do that because the way she nails it with just like down to like holding the flowers and like playing the song, like it was.
And let's not forget the iconic ponytail. Like, I literally think that if and when, I'm predicting it's going to happen, Disney does a live action remake of Hercules, like she has to be a shoo-in.
Yes.
To play, I don't remember the name of the character.
Megra.
But like, who?
Megra.
Yes, Megra. Like Ari was meant to play that role. She sounded great. And again, the ponytail, it's like, it was meant for her. I think that's probably why it's one of her favorites.
She did Beauty and the Beast with John Legend. So bring her back. But we were talking about this earlier, like, a lot of people didn't play the songs that they had actually saw before, which I actually liked because you expect Christina Aguilera to come in there and sing Reflection. You expect Demi to sing Let It Go and Beyonce to sing
Can You Feel the Love Tonight? Yeah.
And they kind of all just like swapped things and played other roles. I loved it.
It was cool. It's because I think everyone are Disney freaks. Like, you know what I mean? Like we all stand and remember the classics and everyone has like a special, I don't know, memory or attachment to a song or a film or a character. It was kind of amazing to see everyone kind of fan out.
Yes,
you know
I seriously felt like a child. Like I had that one where they like run around Disneyland singing Zippity Doo Dah and stuff.
Yes.
That's how I felt.
I had these on VHS. Like,
Yeah, they were the best.
100%.
They were the best.
And it still holds up. I'm like, that's why I know all the songs or all the lyrics to these songs, you know? Someone else who fangirled out was Kim Kardashian. Obviously, she's trying to stay preoccupied with her 4 or 5 kids. And so they were watching. Kim tweeted that Beyonce sounded amazing. She tweeted at Ariana Grande. I was like, oh, heck yeah. I love this. I love
You've
it.
seen all the videos of Kim just getting like her kids just like won't leave her alone. So
That's
she's
it.
like, thank God, watch this Disney sing-along.
Right? But she got into it too, which I can get behind. And something that I was honestly, I'm going to sound like a geek, but I got chills when the High School Musical cast reunited via Zoom or whatever they were doing to perform We're All in This Together. But a lot of fans were upset that Zac Efron did not sing at part of the cast.
Okay, am I going to do this? Yeah, I got to call this out a little bit because they obviously weren't all like live.
No.
So Zach's spotty Wi-Fi, I just don't buy it. I don't know why he didn't do it, but it was just like this weird grainy video where he's like, I don't have good Wi-Fi, so I can't participate. And I was like,
it's like, sir,
what's happening here?
Listen, you got Corbin Bleu singing and dancing on multiple angles with like all the High School Musical posters on his wall at home. Meanwhile, Zach's like, I was in that.
But I will say I loved seeing, because I think something that if you haven't watched the High School Musical, the series on Disney Plus, it is a phenomenal show.
I watched it.
It's so good.
It's so good.
Phenomenal. So to see them all finally like come together, I loved that.
Well, that's so crazy, right? It's like you had the High School Musical cast sans Zac Efron. Thank you for showing up with your spotty Wi-Fi, though. It was kind of nice to see you still. And he called them his friends. But you had the High School Musical cast, the original, and then the series. But did you notice they also sprinkled in all these other like Disney stars from other DComs and like current DComs, Disney Channel original movies? And to sing that song, it was kind of amazing. All the like young Disney talent, like Dove Cameron and Sophia Carson. It was cool.
That's all the Kenny Ortega kids, I guess.
Oh, that's true. Oh, I didn't even think about that. You're right. It's the Kenny Ortega
all
kid.
of those, yeah.
He is a Disney icon. That man. Didn't he also do like Hocus Pocus and yeah, he did all the High School Musicals. We stand him.
He's officially a Disney legend. They gave him like
oh, that's right. Well, we stand. We appreciate it. We needed that entertainment, you know, we needed that wholesome goodness because
and it's on Hulu. If you missed it, you can go watch it on Hulu. So
highly recommend you guys. It's so much fun. Well, speaking of fun, it seems like all the fun is canceled in 2020 because we actually got some devastating news about 2 events that you and I were both highly looking forward to. One of them being the highlight of your year. Should you break the news?
Yeah, so ComicCon 2020, I think we speculated, but it is officially canceled for the first time in their 50-year history. They put out a statement today, which I'm going to read, a dramatic reading.
Yeah.
For the first time in its 50-year history, San Diego Comic-Con Convention, the organizers behind the annual pop culture celebration announced today with deep regret that there will be no Comic-Con 2020. The event will instead return to the San Diego Convention Center from July 22nd to 25th, 2021. And then it goes on for 10 more paragraphs, which I won't put you through. But
so it typically runs in July in San Diego. Are you surprised by that decision? You said we kind of speculated that it was going to happen.
I was wondering for a while if it would still go on, but I figured that a lot of the studios would pull out to the point where, like, from our standpoint, it would be a challenge to go anyway, because it's like there wouldn't be much to cover. I kind of foresaw that happening, the cancellation of it total. I mean, that's wild. It's just crazy. There's going to be no Comic-Con this year. And from an LA perspective, that was the same exact weekend as the other one we're going to talk about.
Loverfest.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift's concerts have officially been, I'm going to say, postponed. Yeah, they've been postponed, meaning they'll reschedule, just like Comic-Con will come back, you know, in the following year. In a statement to ET, they basically made the decision because, you know, health organizations and the government are kind of, they're discouraging large public gatherings at like a undetermined period of time. And that's what I was thinking about this whole thing. It's like, even if we are allowed to go back to work and start going outside a little bit more, I don't know how feasible it will be or safe it is to get a bunch of people together. When you think about like Comic-Con and Loverfest were happening around the same time that events like the Tony Awards, LA Pride, and other Pride events around the world have been completely canceled for the year. I just feel like it's probably the best decision to make, and I'm not surprised by it. but I am bummed. Like, I was ready to get my Lover Fest on. You know what I'm saying? You and I went to the last tour, Reputation, and it was one of my highlights of that summer.
Yeah, it's not surprising because, like, who wants to be the irresponsible one that's like, I'll still have my giant gathering? Like, I get it. But yeah, I agree with you. It's a bummer. It's like, I just want to be with a bunch of nerds and cry over a trailer,
Right? And wait, another huge event that was supposed to happen this summer that I just realized was postponed. Hello, the Summer Olympics.
Yes.
Like, we are living in some unprecedented times. Like you said, what, ComicCon has never not happened in the 50-year history.
50 years,
Summer Olympics have been rescheduled for 2021. But like, that's why I'm like, when we get out of this and on the other side of it, let's fast forward. Like, I don't even need to celebrate my birthday. I don't need to celebrate Christmas. Like, let's get to 2021. This year has been a whirlwind.
Remember when we all were like, 2020 is going to be my year?
I know. Oh my God. Do you remember the memes that were happening? It's like, oh, in 2020, all the holidays fall on the right day. You got Cinco de Mayo on a Tuesday. You got Christmas and 4th of July, and all these things are happening on a Friday. Little did we know that we would be celebrating from home, actually.
From home.
Yeah. Ash, when we're not, watching TV, listening to music, doing puzzles, baking, whatever you're doing to preoccupy your time with, in the quarantine and isolating, I feel like I have been on Instagram a heck of a lot, TikTok, and there are a few voices on social media right now that have been just giving me life. And honestly, I'm going to just say it. They've been the voice of this quarantine. Let's highlight a few. Who have you been like kind of paying attention to?
I think John Krasinski is definitely like one of the bigger ones to shout out because unexpectedly, like, he's just come in and been like, I'm going to give you all good news. I'm going to do good things for the world.
Yeah.
And he is DJing a prom for high school seniors whose year, obviously, they're not getting their prom. And he is DJing their prom for them, their virtual prom.
Side note, could you imagine being a high school senior right now? Like, if you did it right, you get to coast the rest of the year, and enjoy the last couple months with your friends at school, like all of those senior events, and then of course prom. Like, I feel so bad for them, and I know there was a viral campaign happening where they're asking people to share their photos from high school or like prom. That wouldn't help me if I was them. Like, I just feel terrible.
I saw a lot of people were sharing like high school pics and stuff, and people were getting upset because they were just like, I don't have my senior year, really, like,
So leave it to John Krasinski to kind of like literally be a little fairy godmother and try and provide them a virtual prom. This is after, he literally got Boston Red Sox tickets for a bunch of Boston healthcare workers. I don't know if you saw that Hamilton reunion. John Krasinski and Emily Blunt got the original Broadway cast of Hamilton together for the first time to sing a song for this young girl who didn't get to go see Hamilton. She bought tickets, but of course the performances were canceled because of coronavirus. He's like a Make-A-Wish guy.
Yeah, he's he's like filling this void for people who are just like, it's depressing. Gotta give him props.
And providing some good news, which I love. But someone that I have been, honestly, Ricky Thompson has been one of my favorite creators for as long as I can remember, as long as I've known him or been aware of him. But with him, and I will say this, I feel like he is easily one of the voices of this generation before coronavirus. But now I am living for his content because he is speaking how I feel about all of this. And he is cooped up at home just like the rest of us, as I found out when I got lucky enough to chat with him via Zoom. A lot of people that I've talked to about you, they're curious about what your process is like. Like, how far in advance do you plan this stuff out, or do you wake up just with a burst of inspiration and hit record?
I literally, I always say this, I amaze myself. I don't know how my mind gets to that, but I'll wake up and I was like, oh, that's a cute video idea. Let me record it. And then it'll just happen like that. Like, people think I jot down my video ideas. Like, no, all my video ideas just come naturally in my head.
Oh, you're naturally talented and so creative. Well, that's the thing, right? I feel like the key to your success has been you being yourself.
Yes. It's
right?
1,000%. Like, that's literally what I want. It's what I want people to realize, you can be yourself and be huge.
Dude, Ricky Thompson, I literally am like, if you're bored at home, just watch his videos and then twerk to it.
The one where there's two. Obviously, his iconic one is yes, I'm here.
Yes, it's me. And you guys are angry about it. Every time somebody posts that video, I have to watch it in its entirety. And then there's one where he got a new pair of boots. I got new boots, bitch.
Or when he told everyone to stay home because of their nasty ass.
Stay that ass indoors.
Jared Leto retweeted that, and I about lost it. He was like, I got people to see, places to go, and money to make, but I can't do that when your nasty asses are out. Go home, take a shower. Like, I live for him so much, as you can tell from that interview. Like, he's just such a delight. When it's not Ricky Thompson, the other person I'm like paying attention to and hanging on every word and like buying whatever they're selling is Leslie Jordan. Leslie Jordan.
Doing?
I know Leslie Jordan because of Will and Grace. And then all of a sudden he just, he's bored at home.
Well, what are y'all doing?
And he is just recording himself. Like, he's just doing selfie videos and posting them. And they are so funny.
I don't know if this is sacrilege, but like, I didn't really know who he was until now. And now he's one of the most famous people in my life.
Yeah. Well, he even told E.T. that, like, he just was posting his videos. He's always had this Instagram account. Again, I know him. He actually won an Emmy as a guest actor on Will and Grace, playing Beverly Leslie, Karen Walker's arch nemesis. And so I knew him from that. But he told E.T. that during quarantine, his following, like, nearly doubled. Like, he had, like, 60,000. All of a sudden, it was just, like, growing. And he is so funny. Let's play a little clip of him and our interview with him about this whole life and fame in quarantine.
I just want to make people laugh.
Yeah.
And then people were calling me going, Leslie, you're viral. I said, no, honey, I'm fine. I'm home with my mother. They go, no, you're viral. I go, no, really, I'm fine. No, I had no idea what that meant.
We stand, we're here. I mean, if between Leslie Jordan and Ricky Thompson, it doesn't matter your age, race, or whatever, we need these hilarious voices in our lives right now, don't you think?
Yes, and the TikTok content has just been chef's kiss.
I gotta say, self-isolation doing wonders for my TikTok. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah.
You too, actually. Okay, but moving on from social media to TV, what are we binging this weekend? What are you watching?
Okay, well, obviously I think we're all gonna dive into the Netflix toxic trash that is too hot to handle.
Oh, I can't wait.
I mean, I love, like, Netflix is just committed to this just like toxic situations. And I love it. First they were like, we're going to make sure that nobody contacts each other and you can only talk through social media. And then they were like, you have to get married without even meeting. And now it's like, you can't even touch each other. You're going to lose all your money and everyone's going to be mad at you.
It's so good. Listen, I'm here for it. Yeah, if you thought falling in love and proposing to someone through a wall was wild, I feel like they really upped the ante with this one. You're going to be your new Netflix obsession. We have a preview piece up on etonline.com, but Too Hot to Handle has a bunch of hotties in one place, and if they touch each other, they lose money out of this group bank. I mean, and apparently there's like this robot who's got all eyes on everything. In fact, we talked to some of the cast members who tease what we can expect from this series, including how Lana the robot can tell if they're breaking any rules. Take a look.
I thought that it was going to be just like a dating show. You get to go there, there's like fit guys, hot girls, you get put in these different challenges together and you hook up. And when I heard that you're not allowed to like kiss, you're not allowed to, when Lana told us, to be honest, a part of me was like glad, because I don't want my nan or my mum to like see me do rumpy pumpy on the TV. So it was very exciting, but it was a bit of a bummer at the same time.
How could Lana or the cameras really know if you didn't even self-pleasure? Like, what about the shower?
Lana has eyes. So Lana can see into the shower. Lana can see everything. I didn't believe it until we were losing money for things that happened in the shower. So we lost a lot of money. And I was like, at that point, I was like, all right, Lana really knows all. So Lana actually sees and knows all. Shower, bed, everywhere.
Apparently Lana has eyes in the shower. Things happen in the shower, and that's how they lost the money.
Just the idea of like, you can't help yourself to the point where everyone else in the house will be furious at you for just like touching someone. It's going to be just so messy. I love it.
I feel like it's got everything. You know what I mean? They're throwing it into a pot and they're like, streaming now on Netflix. Yeah, I will be watching that.
Such situation we can put these people in. Let's do it.
Exactly. And this next show is something that you have been obsessed with. You're blowing up the producer text chain about it.
Yes.
Outer Banks. I don't know what it is. Set it up for me.
So I wanted to watch it because I spent all my summers in the Outer Banks, and I thought it was going to be like an OC/Degrassi, just like trashy drama, like all these teens are going to hook up and like everybody's going to like kill each other and crazy stuff's going to happen.
Yeah.
It is a little dash of that, but I think it's a little bit mismarketed because it's more of a treasure hunt, like adult Goonies type show.
Okay.
Like going after the gold. I don't want to give too much away, but it is actually like a really genuinely good show. Like I would say it's like a Teen Fool's Gold. Remember that movie?
Oh, okay.
Matthew McConaughey and Kate Hudson.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's basically that.
I love it. I feel like you've been putting in work. You've been putting in a lot of work figuring out what shows we should be binge watching, which is why, shameless plug.
You're doing that.
We are launching a new digital franchise. Why don't you tell them about it?
Yeah, it's called Stream Queens, play on words. It's me and Leanne Aguilera, who covers TV, and I cover movies, but also we cross over because we're all sitting on our couches digesting all this content. So we basically tell you guys what we're streaming, why we recommend it, if we don't recommend it, and also like if you like something like Tiger King and you're looking for the next show, we have a big recommendation for you.
And I would trust these
now,
two.
the first, what's up?
I would say I would trust you and Leanne too to tell me what to watch, just for the record.
Yeah, we got you covered. And then we're also doing like rewinds because E.T. has been on every set ever. So we kind of like go back in time and be like, remember this movie that we just watched? Here's some insight.
Oh, that's so fun.
Fun facts, all kinds of recommendation. We also cover the news, like what's going on in the TV and movie world. And our first episode just launched. So I'm so excited. And that's now, Stream Queens.
I'm so shook. My light fell off my laptop.
Yeah, how excited are you?
I'm actually very excited, especially because we've been this is day 35 for me in quarantine. Like I'm running out of stuff to watch, so I'm here.
We got you. I'm really, really proud of it. So
love it. Well, I've got a shameless plug of our own too, because this weekend is the huge benefit concert that Lady Gaga has curated called One World Together at Home. She has literally she went through her Rolodex and collected a laundry list of artists to perform. She says it's not like a telethon, like she's not asking for any money. There's no one manning the phones. It's literally just a concert to shine a light on all of the healthcare professionals and workers and everyone on the front lines trying to beat this COVID-19 pandemic. But, it's also a moment for us to kind of like be entertained, have some fun. Because listen, the concert includes the likes of Elton John, Billie Eilish, Lizzo, Chris Martin, Paul McCartney, Stevie Wonder, John Legend, a bunch of celebrities like Idris Elba and David Beckham will be there. It's going to be lit. And thankfully, we are streaming it for you guys here on ET Live. So make sure you download the ET Live app. You can also watch it like if you have a Roku, Pluto TV, Samsung TV, Amazon Fire. I mean, we're literally everywhere, so you can watch it. It is the stream begins at 11 a.m. Pacific, and there's a primetime special. I'm not quite sure what the difference is yet. It's going to be hours of content, but there's a primetime special at 5 p.m. Pacific. And again, that'll be on ET Live. You can also stream it on etlive.com and etonline.com. Ooh, that was a good plug.
Wow.
That was a good plug.
Teleprompter behind you? What's going on? That was amazing.
No, I'm literally holding up this light. I don't have a
prompter. It's starting to look like a hostage video. Put that back on.
It really is. I'm so scared. I'm so scared. I know, right? I'm trapped in my house. Well, kind of. Dark. But thankfully, we'll be trapped in the house watching Too Hot to Handle, Outer Banks, and One World Together at Home. I gotta go fix this, Ash. So I'm gonna bail.
Fix this. Fix what's happening over here.
I'm living. This is the real world, guys. This is what we're dealing with these days. Okay. Anyways, my thanks to you, girl, for joining us for ET Live at Home, and thank you guys for watching. Make sure you stick with the stream. More ET Live right after this.